Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. So today's video is all going to be about how to stop impulse spending. I know around the holiday season it is so hard and your urge of spending is even increased because everything is on sale and it's the holiday season, so you probably are buying a bunch of things for your family members. But with that all being said, I really hope these 7 tips help you guys get to your goals and help you save money and stop the urge to spend on pointless items. So if this video does help you guys out, make sure to throw a thumbs up down below and do not forget to subscribe if you are new here, and let's get straight on into it. So the first tip that I have for you guys is to try your best to not get sucked into sales. I know it's super hard, especially around this time of year when you got 30% off at Bed Bath & Beyond, you got 50% off at Victoria's Secret. You know, you got all these sales going on and your mind is probably trained or triggered to thinking that you need everything that's on sale because you'll never see that item ever again, which is not true. So the best way to deal with this is to unsubscribe to all emails, all sale emails, or your best bet is to delete all of them right away if you do not want to unsubscribe. And also, when it comes to commercials that you see on the TV that are constantly advertising as well, I know I see them on my phone even though I don't own a TV, but what I do is every time there's a commercial, I'll either try my best to go do something around the house really quick, or I usually have my notebook next to me and I always try to write down some ideas or thoughts that I have. So I just try my best to ignore the commercials and just walk away every time there is one, or just put my phone down every time there is one. So my mind does not get filled with everything that's on sale, because most likely all commercials are things that people are trying to sell you something, and most of the time it's something that you do not need. So the best bet is to unsubscribe to all emails. It's usually on the top part, it'll say unsubscribe. Sometimes you do have to fetch for it, and that is only because they do not want you to unsubscribe. But if you guys do have to fetch for it, scroll all the way down to your email and you will see the unsubscribe button all the way at the bottom of your email. I know it can be a little bit tedious with doing that, but you will thank yourself later on. The next thing on my list is to shop intentionally. So with shopping intentionally, a normal thing to say is that experiences are better than material items. I know it's not the same for everybody, but if you do put it this way, if you buy something now, you probably most likely, if it's on sale and you just buy it, you won't care or remember that item within a couple months or a year or two. So definitely try your best to shop intentionally and try your best to think like, do I really need this item, or should I just save this money and go on vacation? So that is something that you can think of, and you will benefit a lot more than actually having a material item in the house. With that being like $50 or $40, you can put that towards either going to the movies for a night with your husband or wife, or just trying to have an experience outside of your home and not to create clutter in your home as well. The next tip is to have goals. Have a goal list in the house. I used to do this all the time when I lived with my mom. Not so much right now because my mind is kind of already trained to do all this, but in the beginning stage of me not spending money, and my biggest thing was makeup. I used to spend, I want to say, 40 to 50 bucks a week on makeup, which is so embarrassing to say, but I'm glad that I learned. With goals in mind, you want to write at least 1 or 3. So you don't want to overwhelm your list with 5 or 10. You want to just write I did about 3 or 2, and I always put the main goal as number 1, which was to get an apartment. And I would put that on my bedroom door. I would put that on the bathroom mirror. Anywhere where you are always coming in and out of and you just see it every time. You can put it on the fridge. You can even put it on your car, like the dash of your car. So this just gives you a reminder, and it also trains your mind to realize, all right, this is what I'm working for, and this is just what I'm going to spend my money on, and that's it. And with having a goal or wish list, you're least likely to spend your money on anything else because you know what you're working towards, you know what you really want instead of, material things. The next tip that I have for you guys is to realize what you're purchasing is setting you back from your goals. So like I said with the goal list, if you do purchase an item that you was not on your mind, you just seen it in a store and you purchased it, so that $40 to $50 just sent you backwards for your goal. So now you have to just try your best to put that money back into savings and you're back where you started, because that $40 could have just, or $50, whatever you spend, could have sat in your savings account until you got to your goal, and now it's going to sit there again. So it's kind of like stuck there at a certain amount. I've been there. I remember my account being stuck at $900 for the longest time, and my goal was $1,000, and I kept spending money until one day I said, what am I doing? I've been stuck at $900 for like months, and this is the reason why. The minute I realized that things that I was spending my money on was setting me back, after that, within 2 years, I had a good 15 grand in the bank, because every time I thought of purchasing something, I said, no, I'm gonna have to work 10 times harder to put that money back in, and I don't want to be stuck at a certain amount. So definitely try to train your mind, realizing that, you know, how many hours will I have to work to make this money back, and how much will it set me back? So just try your best to realize that some items aren't worth buying. So my next tip for you guys is to hold off on big purchases for 30 days. I know it sounds a lot and it sounds too long to do that, but within day 2 or day 3, you're gonna forget the palette that you wanted to get on day 1. Trust me, I've done this and it works every time. If you really want that item after the 30 days, then go get it. You know, it's not that big of a deal, but if you don't remember what you wanted after 10 days, most likely after 30 days, you're not gonna wanna get that item because you had no use for it, so that's why you don't remember it. I remember in the summertime, I waited a good 3 months until I purchased my laptop because I was not quite sure if it was gonna be a fit for me. I thought that, you know, doing everything on my phone was gonna work, and you know, things happen and my phone is completely broken now where I can only make calls and send texts. So I'm very happy that I purchased the laptop, but I did sit on that decision for a good 3 months. So definitely try your best to sit on a big purchase, and you know, because big purchases can range from 50 to up. You know, $10 item is not a big purchase. I'm talking like $50 and up. Those are the kind of purchases that's gonna set you back. The next tip I have for you guys is to start making lists, whether it's a grocery list, whether it's a clothes list. Making lists is going to be easy and you're going to save yourself money and time. I always make a grocery list. When I go to the store, I grab what I need and then I'm out within about 10 to 15 minutes, because now I remember each aisle. You know, it's an ongoing thing that I do every month, and I remember being in the grocery store without a list and I ended up buying things that I didn't need, and they actually went bad because I didn't really eat them. So definitely make a list. Whether you are looking for clothes, write down 3 tank tops, you know, different colors, a sweater. So that's like your map. These lists are your map to the stores, so you're in and out and you do not have your eyes on other things that you didn't even have your mind on. And my last tip for you guys for today is ask yourself these questions. Do I need this? Do I have this already? Will it serve me a purpose? Where will I put it? And how far will I get to my goal if I purchase this? So those are the questions that I've always asked myself every time, even till this day, when I pick up an item and I say, do I really need this? Where is it gonna go in my house? You know, what's the purpose of this item for me? So like I said, I know with me being a minimalist, everything in my house is something that I use every day and I feel that I need. I know if you guys aren't a minimalist, that's fine, but try your best to realize why you need that certain item that you pick up in the stores. So, you know, whether you pause this video and write those questions down and, you know, bring those questions with you to the store, or try to remember them every time you walk into the mall, whether it's, you know, a pair of shoes and, you know, you really like them and your mind's saying, buy them. But the other side is saying, you know, maybe you should figure out where you're going to put them because you also have 15 other pairs of shoes. So it's also another way to, like, I know it sounds crazy because you're asking yourself questions and you probably think that you're talking to yourself, but that is the best thing to do when it comes to trying to buy something that has no purpose for your life. even if you do not remember all the questions to ask yourself this one question: do I really need this item? In your head, you're gonna say, I really don't need this item. Trust me, it's kind of like an on and off switch where, you know, I remember going into the store, spending so much money, going to CVS, buying all the makeup that was on sale, and I threw it all out. Then I realized that majority of things that are on sale or majority of things that I bought impulsively was because I was either bored or I really didn't care. So I know it sounds so silly, but it's the truth. And you know, there is a light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to this. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna leave you on that note. I really hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you got something out of it. I think that when it comes to impulse spending, it's all about training your mentality. You know, you can do as much things as you want, whether it's to block emails and stuff like that, but training your mind to realize that you don't really need to be spending money on all these things to be happy or, you know, to make you feel better about your day or your life. You know, the best thing that you can do for yourself is to create goals and to accomplish those goals. So I'm going to leave you guys on that note, and I will catch you in the next video.